Here are 4 of our goats. The biggest one is Blossom. The darkest one is Fiona. And then the 2 babies are going to be going to a family in need for meat. Blossom has hurt herself. She is limping. I can't tell which leg, if it's front or back yet, as I'm trying to review it. And I'm hoping from the video and from people's comments that we might be able to see what her issue is. She's definitely pregnant, so I'm wondering if that has something to do with it, causing some hip pain. And then we have our cat walking through the brush over here. I'm not sure if you can see him, but here he comes, poking his head out. There he goes. All right, so basically today's video is to get your intake on what Blossom issue is with her hips. And we are thinking about fencing off a particular area for him to be able to have a new barn and a little pen that they can go in, but we'll also let them out to free range because we do enjoy having them come up to the house and visit us. My wife is someone that has multiple sclerosis, so she's not able to get out and get around like others. And even though we do have a Baja Wrangler 2 mobility scooter from Pride Mobility, it is one of those situations where it can't necessarily go into a wooded area as dense as this. I'm not sure if you can see here, but I'll get a little closer. In the back here, foundation from old barns. This is an old part of a property that used to have cattle. So this was the milking section. And then behind me, over on this side here, was the foundation for the large barn. When I was a child, I remember seeing the barn here in our backyard. It did not belong to our property at the time. However, over time it did come down. The owners that had it prior to us took the barn down. So as we come back, you can see some of our wood pile here. This is wood that we cut 2 years ago. It's been drying. However, unfortunately, it was in a swampy area where we had it tiered up to dry, and not enough airflow got around it. So the water got into it, and it's not drying out near as fast as we had hoped for. Now, the field that you see behind us is our neighbor's yard. And then over here, I started working on a gravel pit. Started digging down. And the sand, this is amazing sand. Usually we're paying for loads of gravel. So I've also taken the time to start to dig a hole. Overnight, we got a lot of water in the hole. As you can see, it is probably 6 feet deep in that area. And yeah, it's filled up with water a lot. The one thing with our soil as well here, there's a lot of clay mixed in. So it's really compact. This area floods a lot, but as you can see, the clay is there. It's really kind of interesting. I like to do clay sculptures, so I'm thinking about taking some out. My son and a friend of his several years ago made a few different sculptures out of the clay that they found kicking around our yard. What a mess they had inside the house, I have to say. You will see a whole whack of tires here. Those tires are actually what we use to make our gardens and fencing around the property as renewable sources of just a way to make sure that we can reuse. We don't like seeing this go to the landfills. So it's, some of the tires are actually still good, so we may even look at selling some. These are ones I pick up from garages around, and friends as well that know that we take tires. So here comes the goats. The buckets here are old ashes that we have left to spread around, and bottles that we use to fill or to recycle. So our goats are walking around, so I'll give you a moment to look at that. And there's Blossom again, still limping. You can see it limp pretty good from this distance. Do you have goats at home or other animals? or do you come to YouTube to have treatment, I guess would be a way to phrase it. Our goats get along great with our cats, chickens, and ducks, and even the rabbits. When we had a dog, our dog loved them. Unfortunately, she passed away over the winter months. It happened. She was 15 and a half years old. We had another dog earlier that passed away last year, who was 16. So we're not sure if we're going to get another puppy or not. I think we're going to hold off. They're a lot of work. And we want to be able to travel and camp some this summer as well. But that's about all for now. So leave me your thoughts and comments on what you think may be the issue with Blossom's hip. And if you have any suggestions on helping out our homestead. Thank you, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time.